Well, we've all heard the warnings that come with playing football, from the president to current NFL players, to a doctor whose mission it is to study the sport's safety. But what about risks in other sports? Today we're going to learn about some dangers that you need to know about before your kids run out on the playing field.
For a lot of us, spring doesn't just mean warmer temperatures. It also is a time to get rid of the old and bring in the new. Coming up, the perfect way you can bring life back into a room, what you need to keep in mind before you remodel, and a warranty that allows you to return your flooring after it is installed.
Onions, tomatoes, spinach, radishes. We're not talking about items that make a perfect salsa. We're talking about foods that can improve your appearance. We're going to talk with an international chef and author about superfoods.
And speaking of food, we've all heard of the Pillsbury Bake Off. We talk with a local woman who's not only competing in the competition, but she tells us how you can too. And the winning recipe can get up to $1 million.
And we have a special treat for you. Kathy Gorman is here to perform for us.
Spring is here, the sky is blue. Oh,
Delmarva Life starts right now.
Good afternoon, I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Delmarva Live from historic Studio D.
And you know, we started off the day with snow.
A little bit of snow.
What?
Well, it wasn't supposed to. I think spring is Wednesday? So it's just getting in its last kick before winter goes away.
Oh,
that's what
okay.
It is. And by the way, while we're here, we want to say thank you to you, because earlier this morning we got word from our general manager that Delmarva Life is the #1 rated show for our time period. We beat the other networks. Thank you. Excellent. That's some great stuff, and we are very happy and very proud to be part of that.
We need confetti cannons and
that'd be
balloons
awesome.
falling.
And along
That's
with
great.
that, it's not just that
you.
we're bragging, but we realize at the same time that means and our general manager points this out to us, that gives us a big responsibility to make sure that we continue to bring you what it is that you're after, what it is that you want to see, bringing you what's going on here on Delmarva. So thank you for that, and we've got a whole bunch more coming your way.
And as you know, you can always let us know what you want, what you think, even the bad stuff. Go to our Facebook and
try to minimize that part.
Yeah,
please,
just be tactful about it if you can.
Yeah, so go ahead and let us know. Well, if you have seen the Navy's Blue Angels or the Air Force Thunderbirds at an air show anywhere, hang on to the pictures.
Oh no.
Yeah, the whole budget cut thing coming down from the feds. The expected furlough for federal workers, the reduction to national parks and cutting programs and stuff, is now threatening to ground the nation's elite flight squadrons. Now, as far as the Blue Angels are concerned and their June appearance at the OC Air Show, show president Brian Lilly, says as of right now they are still a go. So
as of right now.
As of right now, of course, you know, this isn't something they're going to mention right at the front. Personally, it's not looking too good, but don't let that keep you away from the OC Air Show. Tremendous air show, tremendous pilots. It's a wonderful show, but we're going to find out more about that. Actually, as of right now, it looks like both teams are preparing for their final demonstrations this Sunday in Florida. The Blue Angels are going to be in Key West, and the Thunderbirds are going to be close to Cape Canaveral.
Oh,
so
okay.
hopefully that continues.
I know, you know, a lot of people are so confused about this whole sequester and everything. You know, I flew over the weekend, and the security line was, BWI was super long. And of course, everybody was just like, it's the sequester, and they're furloughing, you know, TSA. I'm glad everyone was just all mad and everything. And you know, I text my husband and he's like, yeah, that doesn't start till April 1st. So they have to find another excuse. So they went with, I think it was spring break or something.
That'll do it, yeah.
But I think people are just so confused. We need like a sequester for dummies or something.
I would get 2. I would buy 2.
Hey, on a more serious note, as you all are aware, these arsons, suspected arsons in Accomack County are just unbelievable. We could be up to 70.
Yeah.
Since November. That means day and night firefighters and emergency personnel have been on call and at times have had to fight 2 fires in a 24-hour period. That's not easy. They are exhausted down there. I mean, you can't even imagine. So some folks have put up a donation drive. They started a donation drive because when you're fighting fires, you know, you need some things back at the fire department on the scene and so on and so forth. So they're asking for some much needed supplies. Here's a list we're going to show you. Coffee, hot chocolate, creamer, sweetener or sugar. They could also use coffee cups, just regular cups, bottled water and Gatorade, and of course snacks. If you want to help out, you know, it certainly will be appreciated from the firefighters, by the firefighters after all those long nights of fighting fires.
Most of them are volunteers and they're still working a full-time job and taking care of family. And
I mean, the impact that this string of arsons is having on these firefighters, we can't even imagine.
It's incredible, absolutely incredible. So hopefully we come up with somebody, and I think they're still offering that $25,000 reward for any tips that lead to conviction.
Right.
So keep that in mind. This morning, there's some good news out of South Bethany Beach.
Okay.
Okay, they've got a streak going on. They've got a 5-month streak going on, South Bethany Beach. The police say they have not responded to any burglary calls.
Oh!
How awesome is that?
That is awesome.
Absolutely terrific. Daily Times said officers have been reluctant to brag about it because nobody wanted to be the department jinx. And then the paper quoted Officer Mark Burton as saying, "It's not something we want to publicize. We want to keep it quiet and under control."
Oops!
Oh, so maybe we shouldn't have said anything here. But it was in the paper, so it wasn't our fault. So no, but that's great job. They say it's because they're getting out more often. They're keeping their eyes open, and the public's taking part. So great job.
It's because you're doing a good job. There's no jinx or anything like that.
No jinx. So here's a question: have you know that QR code? Take a look at this. Have you ever seen this little thing on stuff you buy?
Oh yeah, you hold your phone up to it.
Yeah, you're smart, and you take a picture of it, and it gives you information on whatever the thing is that the little QR code is on. Well, they're putting a proposal together in St. Michael's to put QR codes like this on bricks. And then what they'll do is they'll put bricks on the walking tour in St. Michael's. So, for instance, if you come by Christ Episcopal Church, and that's one of the locations, you scan the QR code on the brick, and it will take you to a web page that tells you about the church. And it's going to be all up and down Talbot Street. They're going to do places like James Benson House, William J. Fairbank House. There's 15 of them total.
Wow.
So there's going to be a whole bunch of them. But they're putting that proposal together. And
yeah.
I'd never thought of that. So great idea. I hope that goes through.
Interesting. Hey, you know what? Easter is like less than 2 weeks away.
How did that happen?
I don't know how that happened. It's early this year. So the Fruitland Chamber of Commerce is hosting their 10th annual Easter Parade. This is becoming a bigger and bigger thing every year. The route of the parade is from Fruitland Primary School on Division Street to the Fruitland and Little League Fields off Brown Street in Fruitland. Here's the information. It's Saturday, 9 a.m. Like I said, Fruitland Primary School. There's a $10 donation per entry, so you still have time to enter if you want. Now, what's interesting is this parade started 10 years ago as a joint venture with Girl Scout Troop 1018. They needed a project to earn their silver award, so they asked the Chamber about doing a parade for Fruitland. It was known as Hop into Spring.
Really?
Back then, way back when. And
way back before
they had 25 entries back then. They have 100. They had 100 like last year.
Oh my goodness. That's going to be a good time for all.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're an outdoorsman, you like the outdoors. You guys are always going camping and everything. If you're an outdoorsman, if you're an artist, the judges of Delaware's annual waterfowl stamp, which used to be known as the duck stamp, the waterfowl stamp and the trout stamp contest is this next month. Delaware artist and federal duck stamp winner Richard Clifton's painting of this widgeon is the 2013 Delaware duck stamp. You probably know that if you already have one.
Yeah.
Wildlife art enthusiasts and everybody going to be in Harrington, going to be in Dover. Going to be at the Delaware Agriculture Museum and Village in Dover. That's where it's going on. Yeah. This is the brown trout painted by Illinois artist Abraham Hunter from Illinois. This is the 2013 Delaware Trout Stamp. It's all sponsored by the Delaware Division of Fish and Wildlife in partnership with Delaware Ducks Unlimited.
That's a big honor to have your artwork chosen.
That is huge, and everybody loves it too. Well, they say it's one step closer.
Yeah.
They started with focusing on the green in Dover to make that Delaware's first national park.
Oh, right.
And now legislation has been pushed through by Senator Tom Carper. Everybody is celebrating there. The legislation is supposed to authorize the creation of Delaware's first national park, which would actually be celebrating early American Dutch, Swedish, and English settlements located throughout Delaware and into Pennsylvania, and Delaware's role in the events that led up to the founding of our nation. And what they're saying is they're going to actually try to push through the park having 3 different locations, 1 in each county.
That's neat.
So that
Has that ever been done before?
I never heard of it.
I guess. I mean, I'm sure some parks stretch through different counties, but to have 3 separate ones.
An intentional plan this way. Should find out more, but they've gotten past the first step in legislation. So.
All right. Well, it is Monday. And every Monday needs a good ending, right?
Always.
So we thought we'd give you a dose of cuteness that'll last you all week long. Take a look. Babies and pets. Can you get any cuter than that? I don't think so. And the lamb.
Okay, the pets are cute.
Now that's a snake,
But the-
okay? That's
oh,
not
it's
so cute.
inside a terrarium. It's no big deal.
Aw,
Is this
we-
one where the baby goes jumping in the mud puddle?
Yeah, we've seen that
Come
one
here.
before.
No. Come here. No.
I love black.
Apparently, so does the dog.
Oh my.
That is terrific. Well, I'll tell you what, if you'd like to see the entire 2 minutes video, you'll find that link on delmarvalife.com.
I love it.
There's the best one.
Grooming. That's a sign. That's a good sign. Oh my goodness.
Do we have time for the whole 2 minutes? Oh, darn. I thought we had
Apparently
time for the
not.
whole thing. It's a great video. You can
Well,
go
still to
watch it.
come, many of us have children in sports, and we hear so much about concussions. It can make us nervous when watching our little ones out there on the field. What you need to know before your child puts on that uniform.
Plus, a night out for dinner can hurt your wallet and your waistline. We're going to show you some easy tips to cut calories and costs.
And later, Kathy Gorman takes the Delmarva Life stage. We'll be right back.
My love has come along.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and Mitsubishi dealers. And State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.